did say. But y'all are battle house on the hill.
Why should I be afraid of a dumb old house?
Because Amos Tyger is there.
What's up, Miss Starzz, Miss Tyger? How you ladies doing?
I'm doing.
Happy Tuesday. How's everybody doing?
Hi, everybody in chat.
Hey, Fawn, Pilot, Tyger and Starzz is both in chat. How about that?
Multitasking.
Right. I hope everybody's doing good on this Tuesday afternoon.
Stars, what'd you do? Spawn said you're being mean.
She comes in, she wants that attention first off. She wants to be the first one in here, so I had to call her out about being attention seeking a little bit. But it's okay.
Hi, Willow Bug.
Hi, Willow. How are you today?
It's good to see everybody. I know a lot of people don't really go live during the middle of the day. And the ladies and I had talked about it, and Star said, we should really do mid-afternoon.
It was really not me. I don't believe everything she says. You quit. Hi, Keith. How you doing?
Hey, Keith.
Look, everybody
Keith.
knows that everybody's forever who can go live during the day, who can go. And so when anybody does, because I've seen different people go live, it's like, ooh, and then you got something to go watch during the day. So
Right.
why not? Why not?
Hey, Hoot. I sent you an email, Hoot.
Hey now, what's up?
Hi, Hoot.
Yay. All my favorite people. Well, not all of them, but everyone here is my favorite people.
Right. So we figured we'd just pull up a chair and stay a while. How's that sound?
Sounds good to me. I'm sitting down right now for a minute.
Right? Nothing
Make
too
sure-
serious. Last night was pretty serious, so nothing too serious.
Just hang
No.
out and shoot shit. Chit chat back and forth.
Talk about whatever.
Absolutely.
Hope she gets better soon, Willow Bug.
Oh, bless her heart. I hope she gets better for sure.
Yeah.
COPD is not anything to play with for sure.
Mm.
Nope, it sure isn't. That's why my brother had to have his lung transplant. He was end stage.
Ooh. Mm.
And now he's like a brand new man.
Good.
3 years strong. Woo.
Heck yeah. Heck yeah.
That's awesome.
It's very awesome.
Anytime that donor situation's scary, and it's always a blessing when it all works out.
It is. It was definitely a blessing for my whole family.
Look at
Right.
Ron. We are not here for your entertainment.
That's all right, Fawn. I'll entertain you.
Okay. You got this, Tiger. You go.
My brother, now he is 55. Well, he will be in 2 months.
All right,
But
Fawn.
he was 52 when he had it done. Almost
Hmm.
52, 51 actually, going on 52. But he probably wouldn't have lived to see his 52nd birthday. He was that bad.
Oh,
So,
Do we call
sup?
out people who call out people inappropriate words from chat? Because see how Fawn's got that mean all in capital letters? I'm just like, and she made it all big and everything so everybody can see it. Okay. All right. I thought you were going back to work and stuff. Why are, what?
She can't resist our lovely panel, and by lovely I mean Starzz and Tyger.
whatever.
Mm.
You know y'all my girls.
Well, yeah.
My poor old stomach acting cold.
Keep talking to me.
See, she's practicing not being rude. Not that Fawn's ever rude, but you
Right.
know.
Right.
She's
But
being
the
a
whole
little
mean
polite.
word, the whole mean word's fine. Everybody type mean in capital letters in chat so Fawn doesn't feel left out. There you go. That's what you do.
Oh my goodness, y'all.
Always, who always. I
Oh
did,
God.
Tyler. I did. And you know, that's not going to go over very well at all.
Um,
Not at all. But I mean, not taking up for Bear, but you know, they kind of pushing them into it.
well, if they don't want us to use it anymore, they have to make up reasons to shut it down. My opinion.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
It's very true.
yeah, I agree with you, Epileptic. They're either going that route or Rush is really in on the whole thing and they're using it as a way to just shut it down so people have to do without.
Yep. Which one, Heather? I hadn't heard about that.
It's like
Maybe
I
it's
heard about it somewhere.
maybe it's Warnock. I don't like that man. My vote will go for Herschel. Even though Warnock has done his damnedest to, you know, sling mud on him. A Republican woman.
Wow.
I'll have to look it up. You know how that goes.
Sorry about that.
You
I choked
good?
on my water.
Oh, don't
Went
be
down the wrong pipe.
choking.
Well, I keep forgetting, you're not supposed to inhale while you take a drink. So
I hear you. Sometimes I forget how to swallow. Does anybody else have that problem?
yeah, I do.
Was it Candace Heathen? Because if so, I take that personally. I know her husband.
I don't think so, Hoot. I don't think they have.
Not that I've
I could be
heard.
wrong. I could be wrong. I mean, I don't live and breathe what's going on over there, so
Susanna.
Hello, everyone.
Hello.
How are you,
you?
lady?
Okay.
I'm
At least
glad.
Well,
my
we all sound so energetic today. It's like, yeah, hi.
at least my phone is mostly charged today.
Right.
Heck yeah.
Oh, it ran out of battery the other night, didn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah,
How you feeling, Susanna?
a little rundown.
Are you healing any better from your boo boos?
I am. It's hard to tell on when the the one that hit my head, because it's in like in my hair.
Right. Oh
Um,
man.
yeah. So I don't know. That one hurts a little bit. It's kind of like by where my temple is, by my
Hmm.
ear there.
Right.
So it kind of hurts, but I don't know. I'm okay. I'm just I don't know. I couldn't sleep very well last night.
Oh, bless your heart. I know them
Girl,
feels.
just just thinking about that makes my ear and all hurt. I'm telling you. I'm having sympathy pain for you.
Well, hello everyone in chat. But I
Mhm.
hope everyone is doing okay.
Yep, I'm doing good. I slept in too late, so I'm trying to get my tomatoes thawed out for this evening, so I can get my sauce started.
Yeah. I should have reminded you last night.
Uh, I wouldn't have thought about it last night, no matter what. Even if I'd
Yeah.
got up early this morning, I mean, I was not a happy person last
Uh,
night, but that's over with.
yeah, pilot. It does seem that way to me as well. Um, I think we should really keep an eye on the I ran to the store situation.
Right.
So, but yeah,
Oh,
I
something will be
mean,
popping up again soon. I mean, it's got to be one thing after the other because they've got to keep you looking at something else the whole time. Get people afraid, get them worried. So that's all
Right.
part of their plan.
Stuff's going faster now. It's like ramping up more and more. So they're not going to slow down and stop doing stuff. It's just going to keep coming.
Right. I mean, I bet if you stop and think, I bet you can't even think of everything that's happened since 2020, since the beginning of 2020. It's just been one thing right after another, after another, after another, after another. There's no breathing room.
nope. It's like birthing pains.
Yeah.
Exactly.
But that's why I quit paying attention to all that. It's like the volcano, you had the whole coof thing, you had uh it's just too much. It's like it's literally been something on top of something else and you can't even get a break in between. So
That's true.
when I hear somebody on YouTube tell me that we just started the war and it's somebody I personally talked to, then
Right.
I'll believe it. Then I'll
Exactly.
believe it. Okay, now we're at war. Otherwise, I got other things to do with my time.
Right.
Mm.
Yep, I hear you, epileptic. I mean,
But
yeah, me too, because personally, this is the time of year in a month or so when I feel if they're going to pull anything really big, that's when it's going to be. Because what? what worse time could you get?
Mhm.
What were we talking about earlier, Stars?
You have to remind me. What?
The
What?
moon, the moon, and the birthing pains.
Right. There's all kinds of things that line up now. So a lot of people have stepped away. They're going back to look at stuff because things are lining up, and depending on what you believe, there's birthing pains going on right now, and there's rituals going to go on for the moon, the 10th of this month. It all just depends on what you follow. A lot of things are lining up now that haven't before. A lot of stuff makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Have a good night at work, epileptic.
Yeah.
Have a good night,
Thank
pilot.
God. That's tomorrow for me, not today.
See you
Right.
later, epileptic.
I can't really say the first part, so I just call him pilot.
It is a tongue twister.
Yeah.
So if anyone is interested, I'll be dancing naked in the field to fertilize the crops this year.
Awesome.
Wow.
You should live stream that. Definitely live stream that.
Right.
Oh my goodness. Put twinkly lights somewhere.
So yes, you may see a moon or two.
Oh my goodness.
Hey, we have to have this stuff. Y'all want good crops next year, don't you? I mean, damn.
Right.
Right.
Sorry, I had to make even myself laugh.
Right. We all need immediate release.
What
What in the world
my
are you
God.
doing with those?
God and heathen, Jesus, y'all.
Oh my goodness.
Oh,
Hell no.
y'all couldn't find better uses for a wheat berry. Just saying.
Yes, twigs and berries will be decorating some bush.
Right.
Oh my goodness,
I
y'all.
love it. I love it. We definitely
Yep.
need them crops to grow.
Yeah. Susanna, you just never know what's going to come out of her mouth. I'm telling you.
Right. That's
Watch
why
out
we
for
all
the elderberries.
Yeah,
Oh
heathen.
my goodness.
Have you seen that part, heathen, in what is it called? The Lion King? You know, the circle of life, where they pick
Right.
up where he picks up Simba and there's just lightning, right? That's how we get our
Mhm.
crack.
There you go.
That explains it. That explains it.
Learn something new every day.
That's right.
Oh, I'll note that. Mhm.
Better write that one down in the notebook.
Where's my book? I got a Susanna page of funky comments. I don't keep files. I just keep Susanna's comments.
I'm telling you, that's a whole book all by itself.
Right.
Yeah, I don't care much for the company heathen, but they still have, or in the past, had decent children movies.
Mm-hmm. Uh-oh.
Too woke.
Smart robot. Or was it just my end?
No, I heard it.
I didn't know who
Heard
it was.
what?
You went robot.
Oh yeah, I did. It's my internet, so I just turned on my
Well,
4G.
all right. Look, goodness, Fawn. I thought she was working. I don't believe her.
An ancient. Oh my gosh.
Wow. Damn.
All
Is the
right.
puppies and the kitties okay?
You might find. You never know.
Oh my lord.
You know, I did want to be an archaeologist when I was younger.
Oh, I did too. I thought that would be the coolest thing.
Do a little Indiana Jones.
All right.
I
Right,
just
Fawn?
like the idea of digging up ancient
Stuff.
cities, and
I wanted to dig up dinosaur bones.
that would be cool too.
Right. Because I'm one of those, if I don't see it, it may or may not be.
Right.
You got to see it to believe it.
Absolutely.
See, you should live in Missouri, the show me state.
Right.
Can you imagine, like, in the future, they're going to be looking and looking, and then they're going to find me and go, oh, look at that ancient dinosaur.
Oh goodness.
Did you find the right one, Heathen?
Oh, you might
Yeah.
find. I'm just saying, you might. I mean, if people are finding scat, you might find dingleberries.
Wow. What are y'all doing?
Right. Well, we went from wheat berries to dingleberries. How the hell does that happen?
Fawn at this point because she's so goofy. Love you, Fawn. You are so goofy. What is KP wiping? I gotta figure. I haven't been taking. See if I skip.
Dingleberries.
Oh, I can't. I get all confused. Like now what? Wow.
Can somebody drop Josh's link in chat, please?
Mm-mm-mm.
Good job.
That fun chick. Oh. And while we're dropping links, somebody drop Tyger's link as well. She will be live this afternoon or this evening at 6 Eastern, 5 Central.
Yep,
And
yeah.
I will not repeat what I told her last night in private chat.
Bum, bum, bum.
I'm trying to remember now.
Come watch Tiger because then it makes you hungry and then you got to get snacks while you're watching it. Oh, it's a whole thing. Just prepare.
Right?
Oh, it makes me hungry to watch y'all can.
That finger is so bright. Me and Tiger are both wearing shades, and Starzz put her plants out.
Right? And Peach is just saying, fuck it all. He is the black guy.
Yes.
Here.
Oh my god.
Order a bottle of Bucketall. Call 1-800-FK. It's all.
Right? Absolutely. And no, that is not my telephone number. So don't be asking for Peach.
There you go.
Susanna might answer.
Entertainment, entertainment purposes only, people.
That's right.
Mm.
And we don't discriminate. Low berries, high berries, we don't care.
Not at all.
Mm-mm-mm.
It is, heathen. It is. Today's just laid back.
We're not doing nothing.
That's right.
I got several good emails last night. I got one from Heathen, I got one from Keith, and I got one from Hope.
Nice.
Was it email day? No one told me. I didn't get the note saying the
Yeah,
email.
me either.
Damn.
I barely ever get on my email though, so
I usually check it at least once a day.
I get so much junk email that I literally have over 200,000 unread messages in my email.
Oh, wow.
Yep. Every once in a while, I get on there and clear out 100,000 or so of them.
That's when the laptop comes in handy.
Yep.
Absolutely. I've got to start putting people in, all my important emails, like from my subs, into a folder, so they'll go into that folder instead of my main.
Right.
That way all I got to do is hit that click all button. All of them be gone bye-bye.
What the hell, who now? Yeah, I was going to share Josh's link, but I don't know how to do that on my laptop.
You take and go to his page.
Yeah.
And it'll have a share button.
Oh. Now, why didn't I think of that? Yeah, and it says copy link.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's right. Star said, thank you for hanging out. Absolutely. And it's the inaugural pull up a chair and stay a while. Huh. I see her on my end, but I'm looking at StreamYard too.
Did Bond call us a hen? I'm pretty sure she called us hens. There's got to be something to be said about that, too. Calling people hens.
Girl. Miss Tiger's the one with the hens, and she's inside, so we can't hear them.
Right.
She says we all sound like hens, so I'm keeping notes of what she's been doing today.
Mm.
Gooping off at work and calling people animals.
No. I prefer not to on that one.
Yeah, I was like, I don't even have a response to that.
What, she's on top of him? Inappropriate. What I tell you?
I was typing it when you were saying it. I'm like, okay. Okay.
But we all know heathens joking around. What the good? What?
Oh, there it is.
Right, because if I didn't think it was funny and something I just wouldn't say, I wouldn't put inappropriate.
Yeah.
But
Yay, I figured it out. There you go. There's just Josh's link.
Thank you. Blast off.
Yeah.
You gonna tell everybody hi?
Go Stats.
Nobody can spell today, okay? It's okay. You don't have to be able to
They
spell
can't
when
see
you come
you. You
visit.
have to say hey. Z said hey, everybody.
Hey,
Hey.
Hey.
cutie patootie.
You want this?
You will fall, see?
Oh, boom. Ow.
Come on.
Yay.
It's
Go
action
me, Hoot. Go me.
packed.
Lucky
Oh.
basket.
It don't say nothing.
It says flash me the door.
It did.
Yeah.
Hoot said hey, Z.
Me.
Yeah, can you say hey, Hoot?
Hey, you.
Oh.
That was cute. That was super cute.
That's your future YouTube star right there.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Ooh, that water's cold.
He's up here behind me on the cooler I'm sitting on.
Hey.
What's up?
There's nothing.
You go, quit hitting buttons.
Buttons. Buttons. Buttons.
Little boy.
And this stream will be interrupted by a 3-year-old future
Right.
YouTube star.
Okay.
No, dude, I'm canning tonight.
We're not trying to stay friends, are we? And how does it you want me to eat? That's funny.
Yeah, she's canning tonight.
Yeah, tomorrow night I work, so there will be no canning for me.
Remember when we all went to school and, you know, we learned to write in cursive and we learned to read, we learned history and science. Well, I went and I took the new tests that they're giving, right? They won't pass me. I don't know how many chucks could a woodchuck chuck if woodchuck could chuck wood. And then there's that other question. You know, there's all these uh you know, like I don't know. I'm not a woodchuck.
Right?
Fuck with the woodchuck. I don't understand. I'm confused.
Yeah, I'm so lost. I fell off that bus.
I mean, look, I still do not know how many licks it takes to get to the center of a Tootsie Roll Tootsie Pop. Just saying.
Yeah,
Right.
it's only 3 as far as I've ever seen anybody get to, because then somehow you crunch it all up.
And you know what's frustrating? I still don't know how to get to Sesame Street.
Oh my
Down
I'm
the
thinking that
trash
might be a
can.
good thing.
You go down the trash can that Oscar lives in.
Yeah, but he's a grouch. I
Right?
want to hear that.
Right, that's not appropriate. Living in a trash can.
Or
That's
ride the.
lots of
I
people.
hear that's changing too.
Uh-oh.
Really? What's
I'm
he,
still
what,
trying.
are they? He's being evicted? I mean, what? He can't even live in a trash can? What the hell?
Mm.
He didn't pay his rent?
Go off. He's got to share.
Yeah.
Remember when they wanted to make Cookie Monster the Veggie Monster?
Yeah.
Oh my God, I do not. But that is hilarious.
Yeah, I was like, no, I'm going to go out and buy all the Cookie Monster stuff with cookies.
Right.
Nobody is going to know the difference because I'm going to plaster that shit everywhere.
How are you going to?
Can somebody answer me this? How do you get on the train in Mr. Rogers' neighborhood?
You don't. You don't really want to go there. That man. God, I didn't even like him when I was a kid. It's like, who is that phony? For real. I'm
Have
just
you
saying.
Right.
Have you seen those puppets? They were creepy, right?
They were. They were some scary looking things. I cannot stand that show. I'm telling you. Oh my God.
Oh,
Well,
To this
Wait,
day, when I hear,
that king wasn't far
oh,
off from Burger King.
right?
right?
Hey, the original Burger King guy looked really creepy. I
I
loved Captain Kangaroo and Mr. Green Jeans and
right, but did Captain Kangaroo really have a kangaroo? Because he was a captain, but I don't remember the kangaroo. Do you? Just saying, I don't
Good
remember.
yeah, I
morning,
don't remember a
Captain.
kangaroo.
How do you do today?
Okay, look, the Electric Company was better than Captain Kangaroo. I'm just gonna say.
I watched all
I
of
like
them.
I
I
like
used
the
to watch,
Electric Company.
yeah, Mr. Goodbody with that
See,
far out
see,
suit of
see.
his, with all those veins and everything running through it.
No, that's not
All
creepy.
right. No, not at all.
That wasn't creepy.
See all these
Yeah,
weird things we grew up with? No wonder we don't get offended too easily.
Exactly. Exactly.
y'all, y'all listen to Zayden.
Oh, chapati mat.
And what else?
Away, away, to Pakistan. Hey, at the hole, he visited the hole.
Because it's time to stop.
Can we open this so we can put it?
No, you gotta wait on Nana. He wants to take the laundry out of the dryer.
Oh, what a good little helper.
Sing it. Sing it. That's his favorite song.
I remember that fawn.
Yep, Simon, I remember that too.
With the ties of place, and nothing alone. Watch me, see. What was that again?
Hmm.
What was that again?
Please don't say.
My side's away.
That's right.
Do you remember the Bloodhound Gang?
Yes.
Yeah.
Pound puppies.
Yeah, I remember them
Wherever I
too.
go, he goes.
Do you remember? Do you remember after school specials?
Yes,
Yes.
I
Yes.
do. Like that was the highlight of the month right there.
Let's go watch some after school specials.
Yeah.
And it's
Right.
like MTV after you like nope MTV.
Right.
You
And
know,
Reading Rainbow.
yep, Reading
Yeah.
Rainbow.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
Schoolhouse
Zoom.
Rock.
Yep, Schoolhouse Rock and Zoom. Remember Zoom?
Yes.
That I don't remember.
Remember Zoom?
They're doing push-ups in Peoria. They're jogging in LA. Do you remember that
Hmm.
one? The
Yeah.
chopper. So take it from the chopper. Yo, the chopper. Hey, that's me. If you want to have great choppers, exercise your teeth. Exercise those choppers really.
Oh my
Chew,
gosh.
chew, chew. Exercise those choppers on some good hard food. Your molars bite, your canines tear, incisors bite right through. So exercise those choppers on some good hard food.
Oh wow.
That was awesome. That was great.
Oh
What
my goodness.
about the what is it like Mon Chi Chi, so
Oh, so
salty
soft and
cuddly.
cuddly.
La, la, la,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
be happy. My Chi. I still have my Mon Chi doll up there with my Cabbage Patch. Just gonna say that.
That's how that song went. Oh, you know, my name is Simon.
And things
That
have
one
all
hurt.
come true.
I don't remember. I don't know why I don't
Elmo's,
remember the Simon one.
Elmo's handler was having too much fun with his hand up Elmo's butt. Just saying.
Yep.
Not poor Elmo. Look, I remember waiting 4 hours at 2 o'clock in the morning at a freaking Walmart in 1990, whatever the hell that was, or 2000, when Elmo came out and then they vanished. And then if you wanted one, you had to go like the Black Friday BS. Oh my
Yeah.
God.
Mhm.
My
Yeah,
child,
people were getting in fights over that crap.
oh my God. My child wanted one and I had to do that to get her one. Oh my God.
When my 10-gallon hat seems 5-gallon flat. Remember the tomato
Yeah.
cheese sandwiches?
Hunger for a hank.
Yep. I remember that
A
too,
hanker for
Fawn.
a hunk of cheese.
Yep.
Well,
Yep,
I
who
figured that's
somebody
what you
wanted to be pickled.
meant.
we
Right.
had cute little jingles though. Like we had like the My Baloney has its first name song.
Yep. It's
Not singing
B-O-G.
Yep.
it.
My baloney has a first name, it's OSCAR. My
Yep.
baloney has a second name, it's MAYER. Oh, I love to sing it every day. And if you ask me why, I'll say, 'cause Oscar Mayer has a way with BOLOGNA.
Yep.
Right.
Yeah, I'll bring them up, but
And
I'll have to sing them.
and 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 don't forget to Albies patty, special sauce, lettuce, cheese,
Oh,
pickles, onions on a
They,
sesame seed
yep.
bun.
Yep. Yep.
Right.
Yep.
right. Have it your way, okay?
Yep.
Right. And
What was that one? Come on in, sit right down, and make yourself at home. What? I don't know, but it was a food place. Sorry, I don't know. It just popped in my head. No? Lovely, okay.
Does anybody out there have a twin? How about double mint gum?
Yeah.
right.
Hubba Bubba
Say
Bubblicious.
Mitchell.
That was the jam. Hubba
Go
Bubba.
inside and get on the couch.
Great flavor in
What
Hubba
just
Bubba
happened?
Bubblicious. Man, I remember that.
Mhm.
And then you couldn't find it anymore. I'm like, oh my God, what did they do to the gum?
Mm-hmm.
Right now they have the 4 box out of the Count Chocula Blueberry Frankenberry and
Oh,
that new
Oh
Wolf one.
yeah.
yes, that's
For
how we
Halloween.
Rice Krispie treats out of all that stuff at Halloween. But
Mhm.
Snap, crackle, and pop.
Orange Oreos.
orange Oreos, and then there's going to be pumpkin latte, everything. Okay, everything.
Right.
Always.
You know, something I like the spice though, but that's exactly it. Spice was spice. So how is
Mm-hmm.
spice supposed to be real pumpkin? It's not the same thing.
Right.
Right.
Yeah. Right.
All
That
right.
lady. Where's the beef? Oh,
Hey, I like that old lady.
Right? Remember, and a lot of people get that so wrong still. They always remember it as being, hey Mikey, he likes everything, and it was
Give
like
it to
no, he
Mikey.
hates
He'll eat
it.
everything.
Yeah,
right.
it was like he hates everything
Yep.
and he won't eat anything. And
Right.
Mm-hmm.
that's the whole point of
Right.
him liking the cereal
Like
now.
cereal. Yeah.
Yeah, because at the end they go, he likes it. He likes it.
He likes it.
Right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
I
we're
cannot remember what happened yesterday, but I can remember a Life cereal commercial from 25 years ago.
Right.
Right.
Oh my!
where's the beef?
The new Life cereal commercials. Mikey's a girl.
Mm. I'm all for gender equality, but they're taking it way too far.
Yeah. It's not even like women's lib or whatever anymore. That's been taken over.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, come on, people.
Ow, ow. Sorry. Ooh.
Okay.
I gotta pick this damn basket this kid threw out in the yard. Holding these steps is hot. My bare feet. If I don't fall out the damn doorsteps first.
Live, go live so we can see it happen. I mean, it's during the day.
Yeah.
Can we
Turn
have
your
live?
camera
Hell
on.
no.
Right.
Break
Hell
news.
no.
Come on.
Introduction, so excitement or emotion that's
Wait.
generally set apart from a sentence by an exclamation point or by a comma when a feeling's not as strong.
Yeah, that's part of the Schoolhouse Rock stuff.
And then he gets shot up in the booty. Remember? Because Reginald uttered some interjections.
Junction,
Oh my
junction.
gosh,
What's
I remember
your
that.
function?
Oh my goodness. Yep. Wow, they really wanted us to know that shit too, because they always played that stuff.
Yep, but look, guess what? We all remember it, don't we?
Exactly. So
Right.
if you didn't get that stuff right in school, you weren't remembering your cartoons. That's all.
That's right.
Junction, junction, what's your
Yes,
function?
I remember.
Mhm.
Or how about I'm just a bill. I am only a bill. And I'm
Right.
sitting here on Capitol Hill.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Electricity, electricity.
Right.
Oh my goodness. The things we remember.
Yeah.
See, they don't want us to remember that now, though. They don't want everybody to know how bills are supposed to be
Oh,
made.
right. They don't.
Right.
There's a reason why they're taking a lot of that stuff off.
See, they wanted us to be smart, and they want everybody now to be dumb.
Probably just want you to be stupid.
Okay, you said you got it, Fawn. I could bring home the bacon, actually fry it up in the
Yeah,
pan,
yeah.
actually, and never, ever, ever forget you're a man, 'cause I'm a
Because I'm a
woman,
woman.
actually.
I'm sweet.
And you and you can't and you all can't forget this is ancient Chinese secret. Calgon,
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
Oh God, take me away.
Calgon, take me away.
Oh my God. They'd show the kids and like the mom running in the bathroom, jumping in the bathtub.
How about gotta wash that gray right out of my hair?
Right.
How about who wears short shorts?
Oh my God,
Please,
yes.
short.
Right.
That's some of the shit, man.
That's awful. Awful funny.
And who remembers all those razor and cologne commercials during the boxing matches?
Yes.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
like the one aftershave commercial where the dude was slapping himself silly.
Who's an aqua
Groot.
velvet man? Or
Right.
an aqua velva man?
No, like who was it? Mr. Clean, Mr. Clean, Mr. Clean, like the
Mr.
original
Yep.
Clean.
Mr. Clean.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yep.
he was all kinds of buffy with the earring and the ball. It was kind of nice, back then. The original.
Right?
Yeah.
And how about Mr. Whipple? Don't squeeze the Charmin.
I know, right?
Right.
That's awesome.
Oh Lord.
He
Things
did. He
we
would squeeze
remember.
that stuff on the commercial. That he would. He'd be like, "Oh, that's funny. They don't do that now." That's
Oh.
funny.
And
No,
you
but
know,
okay, go ahead.
back
No, that's it.
then's when we didn't mind so much watching the commercials, in which we didn't have no choice.
Right.
You know, the wasn't the fast forward through commercials and all that.
That's right.
But nowadays, all you hear is music for commercials, for the most part.
Or they're just
Oh my
plainly
gosh.
retarded commercials.
I think my favorite commercial of all time was always the Christmas commercials with the snow and the Clydesdale horses.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hi,
Budweiser.
Yeti. Welcome.
But that's Budweiser commercials.
We also
Anheuser-Busch.
had a lot of stars that did commercials. If you think about it, we had a lot of movie stars back then that did, and a lot of artists that sang in the
Right.
commercials that we had too as well. And that was a
Yeah,
big deal when we were younger
yeah.
to see like Michael Jackson or somebody singing in a Pepsi
Mhm.
commercial. It was a big deal.
Yeah, and catching his
Right.
hair on fire. Fool.
Okay, maybe not so much that.
Imperfect harmony.
Some people like
I
that. I'm
like to
not one of
buy
them.
the world a Coke.
Imperfect.
Right.
Oh,
Oh
Yeah.
my gosh.
Oh, God. The most annoying damn song ever.
what?
Baby Shark.
Oh, what?
Zayden's
Replace
playing
it.
with his toys.
Just replace it with Reggae Shark. He don't want to harm ya. Reggae Shark. He just wants your ganja.
As much as I hate Baby Shark, not this past year and not in 2020, but in 2019,
Right.
you know, St. Jude's comes down here and does, you know, parades, you know, to earn donations and all.
Yeah.
And they have this little short bus, you know, and they jamming and they were playing that song. And me and my oldest daughter was in the middle of the street dancing to Baby Shark.
Oh my God.
Peach.
We're gonna need pictures next time you do stuff like that, okay?
Hell yeah.
I mean,
You,
Oh my gosh. Do y'all remember the California raisins?
Yes.
yes,
I used to have them. Like the little figurines of them.
yeah. If we're talking about commercials, how about Robert Conrad with the battery on his shoulder? Go ahead, I dare you to knock it off.
Yes. He was trying
Right.
to be all Clint Eastwood.
Yeah.
and the original Energizer Bunny, okay?
Yes.
Yes.
It didn't look quite like the one they have today, but we had the original. Garbage Pail Kids. Oh, I used to have those stickers. Tons of-
Hungry, hungry hippos.
Yep. Oh my
Right.
goodness.
I love you.
Yeah, too.
No, sir, you're not sitting at the table. In case y'all can't tell, I've got Z and CO.
Well, I figured.
Somebody decided to have a shopping trip.
Awesome. I remember when I used to like to go shopping. Now I hate it.
Right?
But I'm like Susanna, I like the Clydesdale commercials though. I mean, you know, Budweiser still does those every year for the Super Bowl.
Yep, they sure do.
And you know,
They're
that's the
from
only thing,
St. Louis.
right?
I'm
And
right down the road. I live right down the road from where they stable them at.
oh, Tiger, I definitely gotta come visit. I just want to go run my fingers through their manes and love on them. Yeah,
They're beautiful horses, that's for sure.
Remember
See,
scratch and sniff stickers?
Oh,
yes,
Yes.
And the
Remember-
slap wrist bracelets.
Oh my God, yes.
I didn't do that. Oh, I remember like elementary school, and it was like really cool if you had like the little weeble on top of your pencil eraser.
Oh
Mhm.
yeah. Weevils wobble, but they don't fall down.
Right.
I
Yeah,
love
that's
my
my favorite.
Weeble Wobbles.
You're
Do you
right.
guys remember the Furbies?
Yes.
I loved them things. My kids had them, and I literally kept one on the dash of my car, and it would dance every time one of my favorite songs would come on. So
And they don't make Slinkies like they used to. It's Slinky, it's Slinky, it's fun, it's a
Right.
wonderful toy.
yeah,
It's fun for a girl or a boy.
Right. Ours were metal and y'all's are plastic. So there's that. Ours actually would
yeah,
go down 20 stairs in your house Christmas morning. They actually
yeah.
did. Yeah.
Remember the board game commercials like sorry.
Yep.
Yeah.
Or what was the aggravation?
Yes.
And then there was
You sunk my
perfection,
battleship.
Mm,
right?
I remember when McDonald's commercials made you cry. Okay, they did. They used to make you cry.
Yeah.
They were. They had several that would make you cry.
I'm telling you what about McDonald's now. The original McDonald's clown was a creepy, scary looking thing.
Mm-hmm.
But then you also had Grimace, that big
Yeah,
purple dude, and the
Yeah,
Hamburglar,
yep.
Yeah.
and
yeah.
And what do y'all think now about them changing from red, yellow, and white to the drab gray?
it's not
Yeah,
up to
Hello?
well,
me.
McDonald's.
it's not, but the thing
Yeah.
is, the colors they had before were to appeal to kids
Right.
because parents,
Right.
don't want their kids screaming for something, so they'll go get it for them. Now, all the kids are grown up and they're already all fat eating McDonald's, so
They
they
don't
don't
care
need
what
to
it
get
looks
you in
like.
there.
Our McDonald's just looks like it looks more retro. It doesn't look like a normal McDonald's. It's like kind of silver and shiny and everything's square and it's not comfortable and it's not like it don't look like a family oriented unless you still have one that's got like the balls and stuff in them. But
Mm-hmm.
Right. I think they took all those out
yeah,
after all this
that's what
crap that's been
uh
going
huh.
on.
So, but yeah, ours all look. I've seen them though. They look like houses. I've been in places where these fast food places look like houses, and they're not allowed to put signs outside. And they're only allowed to be like real short in the lawn of where their restaurant is, and you can't even tell
Right.
that they're a McDonald's or a Burger King.
Yeah. Surprisingly, our Burger King still has a playground.
Really?
McDonald's don't. Yeah.
I think one of our
Hmm.
McDonald's does too, but one of them looks fancy. But then I know in Columbus they have McDonald's that they completely did over and they're retro and they look like the original McDonald's where you would pull up like the drive up, pull up, like a 50s
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
restaurant. So I know they have McDonald's like that in Columbus.
Yeah, I don't know, Fawn. I'm not sure who Grimace was. I'm just thinking maybe it was the girl from Willy Wonka who ate the blueberry. Not sure.
Right.
That poor thing.
And then we had the Teletubbies that come in on
Oh,
the tail end of me.
I did not like the Teletubbies. I would not let my kids watch that.
My kids didn't either. Barney was bad enough.
I
And
always,
after I
Oh
went
my
down the
God.
Barney road with the first
I
kid,
always,
I was like, oh god.
I always thought the Teletubbies were creepy, and Barney. It was funny because I don't know. My oldest son was like into Barney, and my uncle walked in one day and he was like dancing or something, and he told my son, "Look, I told you that big old purple thing was on drugs. Don't watch
Ah,
him anymore."
Yeah, there's something to be said about Barney, but
yeah, annoying. That's what can be said about Barney.
yeah.
Tiffany went through that phase. I was so glad when she outgrew Barney. Jeez. She wanted me to buy her the talking Barney. I'm like, never. Not happening ever.
I still have pictures of my son with Barney.
Yeah, I did that to my kid too. But mom regrets. I'm sorry.
Yeah, Tiffany had all the videos, and I swear to God, I could. She could, but she could say her ABCs in French. I don't know what
Right?
the hell good that
Right.
does her.
Quatre, trois,
Right.
quatre, sept,
Yeah.
cinq, sept, huit, neuf, dix. Yeah.
Oh yeah, the spinning. Yes, I remember that. Absolutely.
Yep. It wasn't that long ago that we still had the signs like that.
We still have Frisch's Big Boy, and we still have the Big Boy out front, so we do have that still.
Right.
I know that a lot of places don't have that anymore. They took them all away, most of them, but we still have one. We have random things like there used to be a Denny's on every corner everywhere in Ohio, and now it's like there's one, and then like 4 hours away there might be another. You know what I mean? That's how
Right.
Denny's, Frisch's, stuff like that is now. TJ, same way. All those places, there's like one.
Oh,
Village Inn.
Fun time. I guess I'm too young to remember.
whew, that's like thought out enough.
Well, one down for a nap. Now I just need the other one taken out.
I have a
There you go.
confession to make. Like a couple weeks ago, well, it might have been maybe a month ago or something. I bought the whole series of the Flintstones.
Oh my gosh, Flintstones. Or will yabba dabba doo.
They're the modern Stone Age
Widow.
family from the town of Bedrock. They're a page right out of his story.
Yeah. What about the Jetsons?
Yeah.
To meet
You're not
George
supposed to
Jetson.
have that.
Do 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 do. I always remember Judy. Judy Jet, screamer, screamer, screamer. I'm a dreamer, dreamer, dreamer.
Right.
Oh, what about Scooby Dooby Doo, the original Scooby Dooby
Yeah.
Doo?
Yes.
Scooby Dooby Doo, where are you?
And their groovy little van. We all wanted
Yes.
one.
Yeah.
The
We're like,
mystery
yeah.
machine.
Yep.
And
Hey, you can buy one on Scentsy.
so
Huh.
who is a bigger coward? Was it Scooby Doo or was it Courage, the cowardly dog?
Oh,
Courage.
Yeah, Courage.
boy. I'd say courage too. Wow. What was the monkey's name? Curious George.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm. And Madeline.
Clifford the big red dog.
Oh,
Yeah.
Right.
Clifford. Oh, yeah.
My daughter had a Madeline backpack, and my boys had Curious George backpacks.
Curious George.
Oh.
Yep.
I had a Scooby Doo lunchbox, and I was metal one. I remember that because I smashed it on accident on the corner, and I
Uh-oh.
was so devastated. But my thermos was okay, so I was okay.
The one and only metal lunchbox I ever had was Dukes of Hazzard.
Oh, I wanted one so bad. Oh, yeah, no.
And the only other lunchbox I ever had was Cabbage Patch Kids.
Mm.
I don't think I
It was
ever
fun.
had a lunchbox.
We did, and
I
then I don't know
feel
what happened. That it
cheated
went
now.
to a paper sack, and I'm like, what happened? It went from Scooby Doo to a paper sack.
Right.
But
Yeah,
now
that's
it's
what we had.
yeah, paper sacks. Yeah.
Yeah, I had the lunchboxes, and I had the paper sacks. And you know what? When when one of my uncles would take me to school and do my lunch, it was crazy because I'd open up my lunch and I'd have like a whole sleeve of crackers in there and a whole can of cheese whiz in there because he didn't know what to put in my lunch, so he would just put like all kinds of crap. I'd have Twinkies in there. I'd be like trading with other kids. I'd have apples and oranges, and I didn't know what to eat. He just stuck a bunch of crap in there.
I don't
Right.
remember
That's
that time.
hilarious.
Do you all remember your moms getting glassware in their laundry detergent?
I don't.
Now I remember it in the dishwashing detergent.
I don't remember. I can't remember.
But I don't remember it in the laundry detergent. Because what's the name of that one dishwasher soap? Cascade or something. I think they gave glasses
Yeah.
Oh
away inside
yeah.
there.
Wow.
Do you remember Buster Brown shoes?
Oh my god.
Yes,
Yeah.
I remember
I
I was
used
in
to make those.
yeah, I was so in love with these yellow and blue suede like boots from Buster Brown.
Right.
I forever convinced everyone that I needed those. So finally my uncle gave my mom money to go get them for me. And I remember that whole night too because I don't know what she was a night person. So I remember going on the bus in the evening and coming back at night, and we were on the bus, and that's when she told me about the man in the moon.
Oh wow.
Oh, I remember.
Oh,
I remember black and white saddle shoes when I was little, and the
yeah.
strings were always so long. I had to like 14, knots before the bow. I remember
Yeah, I
that.
wonder why they do that with shoes though. All shoelaces that you that come with the shoes. They're like 5 miles
Mhm.
long.
Right. I remember the LA Gear high top sneakers. I had a
Yeah.
pair of white ones with the orange, the neon orange laces. Those were
Right.
like my favorite pair of shoes, and I don't know whatever happened to them because I'm still in the same shoe size now that I was in second grade.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I used
Oh,
to wear the LA Gear and the Nike and the Reebok. And then there were, what were they called? Kangaroos. Remember they had the little zipper pocket on them?
mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
Jelly
Oh my
shoes.
God.
Oh my god.
Yep, I remember jelly shoes.
Jelly shoes.
Jelly
I
shoes.
never had
Now,
those.
we used to go to the flea market here and get jelly shoes, and they had millions and millions of those freaking lace gloves that Madonna used to wear. So
Yep.
Oh
everybody used to
yeah.
wear those things because they were like $1 a pair or something like that.
Yep.
Right.
And the black glasses. Yeah.
Mhm.
Her glasses and her gloves, and then like 62 black rubber bracelets up one arm.
Right.
That was like a
Right.
phase for a summer, and you had like weird tan and stuff because you had like 62 bracelets for no reason that summer. I don't even know. I'm like, okay, I'm never doing that again.
And who I remember that they had Looney Tunes, they had Walt Disney characters. Yeah.
Those juice glasses, I remember.
Mhm. I think
Yeah.
Arby's had Star Wars,
Yeah.
Like everybody
and
had some kind of
yeah,
glass.
they also had what was it called? Peanuts.
Yeah.
Oh, Charlie Brown and all.
Yeah.
Yeah. And see,
Remember? Go ahead.
I would have died for the Star Wars glasses because
Sorry.
Yeah, we
you're
had the
good.
Star Wars glasses that would light up. And then we also had those Star Wars one. Remember the ones that came out that were like shaped just like R2D2 and
Mhm.
Yoda and stuff like
Mhm.
that.
Right.
Those things were hard to clean though. You had to keep those things like constantly clean.
Yeah. Getting down all the little corners.
Mhm.
Mm.
Oh.
Well, see, I wouldn't drink out of them. I'd have them put up on the shelf. Which I have a Star Wars whiskey glass, but it's still
Mhm.
in the packaging and everything.
Mhm.
Right.
No,
I
these
have.
things you didn't have to. We didn't drink out of them either, but they attracted like all the dirt and dust and stuff onto them. I don't
Mhm.
know what they were made out of. It's that like I don't know, like I don't know, uh, but
Right.
um, but they were different than the glasses. They and they came with straws that like matched each one too. And I finally had to get rid of them because they were just so hard just to even like just keep clean.
Mhm. Porky Pig. Absolutely.
Mm,
Mm.
of course,
The only restaurants that we had that gave out the glasses was like Hardee's and McDonald's because we at the time we never had like a Arby's or anything like that.
Right.
We just recently got a Arby's within the last year.
Wow.
Oh wow.
right.
Now do
That's
you all remember did you all have like remember the old A&W root beers and then
Yep.
everybody kept the mugs?
yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. We would keep the mugs from Pizza Hut. We would go in Pizza Hut and sit down because at one time Pizza Hut was a thing on Friday nights for families, whatever.
Yeah.
They had those big
It was
ass
for
tables,
ours.
and we would take them. Not that I stole anything. Other people would take mugs when we leave there because they would bring you pitchers of
Yeah.
pop and tea and put them in big old mugs. I'm sorry,
Yep.
Hmm.
I didn't think of that.
Pizza Hut, and we used to have here anyway. We used to have this thing called the organ grinder, and you would order your pizza, and your number would come up on a mirror. It would light up on a mirror
Oh
when
wow.
you had to go get your pizza or when it was ready. And then they had this little shop down at the where you walked in at, and they had those remember those big giant candies, those huge suckers that were bigger than your
Face.
head?
Head.
Yeah,
Yep.
Yeah.
yeah.
Right?
That's the kind of stuff we get the grandbaby and send her home with it. Here, honey. Eat that on the way home.
We never had A&W, not a restaurant or anything like that.
Boy, we did. I remember going to it too when I was little.
Yeah, A&W was like back then. Um, they used to come out on their roller skates.
right.
Yep.
Mhm.
Yep. But we
Yes,
We
didn't
we
have
used to have
did.
we
we
didn't have
used to have Tasty Freeze.
Yeah, we've
tasty.
had that. Had that too.
Is that a gas station?
No,
Mm-mm.
it's kind of like a Dairy Queen.
Okay. 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 Well, like when we didn't have Arby's growing up, and we didn't have Taco Bell. We had Rax, and we had Zantigo, and they were
Yes,
the same thing, but they have little different tastes. Because I was really bummed when they took Zantigo away. But like
I
when
know. I love the Zantigo.
they took those away when I was like in high school, they took or right after high school, they took Zantigo away and the Raxes and like Arby's and Taco Bell instead.
And the Rax was like the an Arby's.
Right, but with a
But yeah,
buffet.
I
They had a
totally
buffet.
love
Yeah.
Zantigo. Oh my God.
Mhm.
Did
Just
any
like
of you
instead of
have
Pizza Hut, we had a Pizza Inn. Best pizza in the world.
did any of you have der Wiener Schnitzel?
I
No.
know.
We used to have der Wiener Schnitzels, and then they turned them into little Kodak stands, where you got your film developed.
Oh
Yeah.
my god.
Mm-hmm.
And then after that, they turned the Kodak stands into hamburger stands.
Yeah.
who are who which supposedly sells the Wiener Schnitzel hot dogs now, but they never tasted the same to me after that.
Right.
Mm.
Right.
Because they don't make stuff the same. They use
Oh, younger
inferior
people.
ingredients.
Could you? I remember going and dropping my film off in the parking lot somewhere at one of
Yep.
those little places, and some little poor kids in there up all night developing your stuff. And if you had a friend that worked there, you could give it to them and sit in the parking lot, and they do it for you real quick. But
Mhm.
Yep.
my kids would never understand that in a million years if I told them that.
Right.
Oh my goodness. And then they came out with that camera that was already loaded, and you just buy the camera, take the pictures, take the whole camera, and drop it off.
Yep.
So
Mm-hmm.
then they quit
Yeah.
developing those, and I ended up with like a whole box of those cameras filled with pictures that I could never get developed.
Wow.
Yeah.
That
Yep,
would
I have a
suck.
box of them upstairs. I'm like, I'll keep them.
Fawn said that they still had a Tasty Freeze up until this year, and then they closed it.
Oh, yeah.
They done away with those years ago.
No, Licking had one in it for a long time until they actually do still have, well, we call it Hoods because that's who owns it. But it's a tasty freeze.
Yeah.
Best food in the world too, I tell you. I like their burgers.
All right, Fawn. Widow said, I remember when Coke was a dime.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, I can't believe. I was telling Peach this yesterday or whenever, talking about how much it costs to get a dang candy bar in the store now.
Yeah.
$2.19. Those people are high.
Isn't that
They've been
ridiculous?
doing some kind of weird drugs. I'm telling you.
$2.19 used to get you a whole bag of candy that you could hand out for trick or
Right.
treat at one time. So it's like, what? I know. I know. I'm like, are you kidding me?
Right.
I know.
The
I
penny candy.
had I had one of those uncles though. Like I miss my family. I miss them so much. But I had one of those uncles who like he 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 was always there for everybody. Cause like the kid across the street, he got hit by a car. He got
Oh
yeah, riding his bike in the school parking lot. And
my
Mm.
God.
yeah, I didn't go to that school, but he didn't either, but he was riding. It was a elementary school. And
Mm.
it's like a block down from where we lived. And at the
Oh.
time, yeah, and but my I remember my uncle bought him a present one time, and I was so young. I remember asking him, "Well, where's my present?" And he was like, he was like, "You didn't get hit by a car."
Oh my God.
But yeah, he would buy everything for like Halloween, like the little pops with the characters on them, and the corn balls, and
Right.
all kinds of crap. Like he bought everything, and he would just hand out different stuff to all the kids in the neighborhood when they'd come, or he would have fun like watching us do it, hand out stuff, and
Right.
yeah, and I miss that. Or he would give them, and it's funny because he would give them that stuff, right? But he would,
Mm.
along with it, he would give them a toothbrush and toothpaste.
Yeah.
So
I
your
remember
teeth
one
don't rot
year.
out from all this candy.
I remember one year my uncle was playing Santa Claus, and he had some friends driving him around in this little Datsun truck he had at the time, and he was
Right.
dressed up as Santa Claus. But you know what he was handing out?
Have no
Fig
idea.
fig Newtons,
Oh my God.
I want a fig Newton.
and
Yeah.
it,
Remember slow
that
pokes?
you know,
I
eh,
love those
I
things.
I don't eat them. I have never ate fig Newtons,
I like
so
fig Newtons.
I
It's
like Fig
not a
Newtons.
cookie. It's a fig Newton.
Yep, it's not a cookie, it's not a cake.
Right. My dad had one of those zigzag Coke boxes, and they cost a nickel. Yeah, my grandparents used
Mhm.
to own a country store. It was a convenience store, but back then it was called a grocery. So
Right.
we've got old timey Coke bottles, old timey even Dr. Pepper glass bottles. You know, so and the crates and everything.
So did you drink the original formula, Peach?
Mm-hmm.
Did y'all drink
You
Tab?
know, the original formula actually used to have
No,
Coke
Tab
in
was
it.
diet soda. I did not ever drink Tab. Ooh.
Mm-mm. RC though, we drunk RC. We still will if we can find them, but it's extremely rare to find them down here.
Yeah, I only drank Dr. Pepper or 7 Up.
Be a pepper, drink Dr. Pepper.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What
I'm
was
a
the
pepper, you're a pepper, he's a pepper.
Wouldn't you
Wouldn't
like
you
to
like
be
to
a pepper
be a
too?
pepper too?
Yeah.
what's the is it the isn't it the Eminem song, the Candyman song? Was it the Eminem song? The Candyman can 'cause he mixes it with love
Yeah,
to make
I
the
Yeah.
know.
memories. Was that
I
Eminem's or
can't
was that just
remember.
some dorky candy song? I don't know, but I was thinking it was with Eminem's for some reason.
Right.
The Candyman.
Re- Remember when they had, a line of I, it's something similar to action figures, but
Of the M&Ms?
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the yellow one and the red one. I think they have them now again because they've got all them different colors. Remember how
Mm-hmm.
you didn't want to eat the green M&Ms?
Yes. But
Right.
sometimes you did. It depended on what table you sat at school because some would say the green one meant one thing, but other tables would say it meant something else.
It
Just
was
saying.
so funny because all that. Okay, like I'm 18 at 17 or 18, and my sister's when she had to go in and have brain surgery because she had a tumor. So we're all sitting down in the cafeteria, and my aunt was with us, and my mom and dad were upstairs with my sister, and we had M and M's, and none of us wanted the green M and M's. And my aunt, she's like, "Well, what's wrong with the green M and M's? And who wants to tell your aunt they're supposed to make you horny?"
Oh my gosh.
Oh my god, stupid
Yeah.
shit.
I still collect Coke glasses.
Yeah, I had a whole collection of them. They all got broke. I'm so sad. I mean, not all at
Oh,
one time, but like I would become so mad. It's like I banned my kids from drinking out of glasses.
mm. Well, they don't. None of us here at the house drink out of glasses. We're either drinking out of the coffee tumblers or we're drinking out of plastic glasses.
Yeah, we no, we use glasses here, me and Chris, but we don't drop the shit like a kid does.
Right.
Not that we've never dropped a glass or a plate or anything like that, but yeah, when my kids were growing up, we did not have glasses or actual china plates. We had the what is that melamine or whatever they called it,
Mm-hmm.
No more. Yeah.
and
Um,
yeah, they're lucky they got real silverware because I'm telling you. I'm surprised they didn't figure out a way to break that too.
Right.
do you
And
remember that
now
movie?
all my dishes are the real thing. Like it's real china, it's real glasses.
Mm.
So
Do you
Well,
remember
and
that movie, Little Darlings?
mm-hmm.
yep, with
I was
Christy
gonna grow up
McNichol,
and Yeah, I was gonna grow up and be Chrissy
and Brooke
McNichol.
Shields. Oh yeah, she She was one of my favorites. I didn't really care for Brooke Shields though.
I liked Tatum O'Neal. I just liked um
Yeah, I
the other
like
one
Tatum
better.
too.
And what's her name was in that, Cynthia Nixon. I really don't care for her anymore, but back then, we were just kids.
Yeah.
Mm, right.
Do kids even put posters up on their walls anymore? I mean,
Yes, my son does. He still does.
okay.
Yeah, but he's into like Star Wars still, that kind of stuff, manga.
Yeah.
Mm.
Like, you had like Scott Baio on your wall.
I have all my
Right.
record album covers on my wall.
Heck
Yeah,
yeah.
I
Well,
can
that's
still
like,
remember the very first record I ever got to buy myself. It was Meatloaf, Bad Out of Hell. My dad had
hell
it.
yeah.
Nice. I remember my first 45 record was I think it was, oh my god, I want to say Rat, and then
Mhm.
I forget whatever their popular song was at the time, and then another one on the other side, on the flip side. But I
Probably
think
Round and Around,
Round and Round,
or
yeah, probably.
You
So
Think You're
great.
Tough. That was a big one.
Oh wow.
That's
My
actually my
first
favorite
one,
song.
my first one was, I remember my aunt bought it for me. She bought me a little record player, right? One of those little record players. And she bought me my first album. It was the Lovin' Spoonful with the claymation on the front of it.
Oh, wow.
Uh,
Heck yeah.
that
Uh,
album.
Yeah.
fun. Yeah, we still had those up until my mom passed away. As a matter of fact, I'm pretty sure they still some in my dad's closet or the gun cabinet.
I think we have some under our bed too from Chad's grandpa.
Yeah.
Um,
We have some here that his uncle had,
Mm.
those old cigar boxes.
Hmm.
yeah, my uncle still has like the old milk boxes. One of those
Right.
old ones, like from like, my gosh, I remember it from. I wanted to say something that you guys would never understand, but like must have been like, I remember it like when I was 2 years old.
Wow.
I've got two. One's craft. I don't know what the other one says, but it's two wooden boxes that cheese used to come in.
Mm.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
You
I
know, I've
forgot
got
about
two of
that.
those with old
That
metal
was a
bottoms.
good album, Fawn. I
Which
love Quite Right.
oh yeah, freshman
I
year.
remember I remember when that album came out, and that's because my uncle, he's always been this guy, right? He was always the one that was taking all the pictures, but he was also the one that was trying to like I don't know, like fit in with everybody or something. And
Right.
so I remember my cousins coming over, and he pulls out the Quiet Riot record, and they're looking at him like, "You don't listen to that, uncle."
Right? Like that's not your music.
Because he's like, no, he's like this jazz guy. He listens to jazz and similar music like that. And he's like but he's also the one who like took us all fishing when we were younger. Like he took us to the fishing derbies. We all had our own fishing poles uh and our bamboo sticks and whatever that we used to fish.
Right.
And like he was the one that like did all of that, with us.
Yeah.
My parents always took me fishing, but we lived on the banks of creek, so
Oh yeah, we
Yeah.
had a creek right behind our house.
Mm.
That's where I learned that you should never try to walk on ice near running water because you will
Right.
fall in.
You see,
And I mean, my foot, my leg went in, but a guy that was behind me caught me and kept me from going all the way in. But yeah, it's
Yeah,
amazing.
no,
Kids think they can
no,
do everything.
that was everywhere fun.
right? That was in
Yeah,
Ohio too.
no,
Yeah,
they did it here too.
yeah.
And Johnny Gosh was he was the one that got it started, that led to all the crap that happened um, with Larry King. No, not Larry King, the white guy. Larry King, I think he was a senator or something. Excuse me. And yeah, and it led to a whole big, huge ring that led to Boys Town. And if you all know and have ever uh, looked into that, it's just sad,
You can't
everything that happened.
take back what you.
Um, and it's still happening today. And when Larry King went up for that, he got out and had a job waiting for him and everything. I mean, how
Wow.
awful is that? But yeah,
Yeah.
there was a lot that happened with that through the years. I remember that, all of that.
Well, I finally got my tomatoes in the pot on the stove.
Ooh, tomato stuff.
Tomatoes,
Yeah,
tomatoes.
potato, potato. That's the Lion King. That's what that song always reminds me of, anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
I was
remember when
gonna
my
say
girls were
it.
growing up, and they had certain Disney movies, that they watched all the time. Like Beauty and the Beast, oh my God, all the time. Like it was so bad that I would be at work and the only songs that would ever come into my head was off Beauty and the Beast.
Uh, who I don't remember those, but I believe it.
What was it?
He has two brown, or who has
Oh,
two brown?
wow. Yeah, I don't remember those either, but that would be awesome.
I bet you they probably worth some money.
Oh, yeah. And see, they were talking about with the plastic shortage that places might start putting their stuff in glass again. So conveniently, we now have a glass shortage.
Right,
Right.
Imagine.
right, right. I
And
remember when they went at Big Bear. I
Absolutely.
remember when they went from paper sacks to plastic bags. I was like, what?
Yeah.
Because I
Now,
missed it.
see, Schnucks still offers both. You can have paper or plastic, or you can have your own grocery bag. Oh my gosh, that would be freaky.
Right. Well, that's like when I was. It was right before I hit. No, it was after I hit school age. It was 1991. We had
Oh my
a
God, I'm
local
so
girl.
old.
She she went missing there for about a little over 24 hours, and the next day her body was found in a neighboring county. And as a matter of fact, it was on the ID channel Sunday night.
Yeah, and I didn't get to
Yeah,
watch it either. Man,
and
this weekend at work just sucked balls. I'm telling you.
and there for a long time, you know how it is in small towns, rumors, shit like that. And
Hi, Jay.
the guy he was one of the main suspects. His dad was the sheriff at the time when all that happened.
Right.
And the sheriff had been noted, and which man's passed away since. Shortly after all that happened, he told one of his friends that he was probably fixing to have to arrest his son in her murder.
Oh my God, that would suck.
And the man's still walking around free as a jaybird.
Well, there's a
I
lot of
do not.
people that are free and a lot of people that never get caught. There's a lot of people that were around that we never know what's happening, and some people are ignorantly full of bliss walking around some of these people. I
Mm,
had two teachers actually that were pedophiles, and
wow.
they both preyed on boys. And I learned, you know what, when you're after you've been around them and you're wondering why they act a certain way or why they do certain things, you start to realize how they act and what they do. And then it sort of trips you out because, well, when you learn something like that young, um, you're like, whoa, okay, um, well, now I know what to look for, but most people, you know, don't
Yeah.
don't think about
They don't see
about
it
Well,
that,
and not only
or it
that,
does, or it
people
doesn't,
don't ever want to believe that they
exactly.
know
right,
somebody like that.
That's right.
right, or they just don't. I don't know. They're not good with signs like that either. Um, yeah, it's kind of crazy. It's sad to think about, but there's a lot of craziness out there.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Symbolisms everywhere. It's if you. Oh no, I just know I'm like Susanna. How I see it every day is why I can't watch TV and I don't even want to listen to music and I don't want to see commercials, I don't want to see ads like because you know, I feel my opinion that I'm awake enough that I can just see it clear as day everywhere. And so,
Yep.
I have to stay with why I don't have a cell phone because I just don't want random things popping up because I'm just like, oh my gosh, they're like that's how I am. That's how I feel like that.
Right.
That makes sense at all. But just I see things and I'm like, I you can't. And nobody, if somebody else doesn't see it, good luck trying to tell them because I've done that. I'm like, look,
Yeah,
Right.
they don't. No, like I said, people don't want to believe. They don't
exactly.
want to. That's a choice they make too, to purposely close your eyes.
Right.
Well, that's no different than they just saw a car wreck and they kept going, or there's someone laying on the side of the road and they walked past. Like, it's no different. Someone's being hurt right now. You can hear them screaming, but you didn't really hear it because you turned your radio up in your car and you kept going. Just it's no different because it's bad stuff. And happy Tuesday.
Right.
What? What?
I got all bummed out for a second. I'm sorry.
No, you're
Oh,
good.
Hey,
That's
sometimes you got to talk about things.
mm-hmm.
Well,
Absolutely.
it's
Ain't
part
no
of life,
shame.
I wasn't trying to
and
talk for you either, Suzanne. I just know that there are
oh
things that
no,
you
you
think.
weren't at all.
Yeah, yeah.
Hmm. Not find that. I'll tell you what. It really ticks me off to know I have something in the spice cabinet and I can't find it because I have too much somethings in the spice cabinet.
Ooh, spice clean out time.
No,
Oh,
girl, this is cleaned out.
Oh,
yeah, oh my gosh,
I'm a
I was
spice
around so
hoarder. I'm
much.
telling you.
I was around so much when I was younger. So yeah, I learned to spot that when I was really young. You want to know why? Because my dad, when you're young and especially way back when, I mean, um, my parents were partiers, and and
Yeah,
so
my kid's mom was too.
we were around a lot of different people, and he would bring home, friends from work or whatever. They didn't know what they were like at first, but they would find out. And we're kids. We hear them talking. We weren't stupid, even though they thought we were. but
Mm.
but yeah, and he would make his wife do things. But she was always in sunglasses for that reason.
Mhm.
And I remember that. And I remember all the stuff that came with it and, what happened um, there. I mean, there was, when you're around a lot, and I was lucky enough to grow up to where it wasn't that nobody wanted me, it was that everybody loved me. So I was able to live with my grandmother when I wanted, or my mom when I wanted, or live with my aunt when I wanted to. And they all had different situations. They all had different money situations, everything. So
Right.
I know what it was like to be poor and have nothing. I know what it was like to live with another one and have everything pretty much you
Mhm.
wanted,
Right.
because it wasn't just my grandmother, my uncles would spoil all of us too. And um and then they never had kids of their own, but they spoiled all of us. And but one of my uncles uh did have kids, and the rest of them spoiled his kids too. And so the rest of it, the ones that did have kids, we were all spoiled by all the rest of them.
Right.
um and if I lived with my aunt, that was like a whole different experience there, because she, growing up, she worked in the court system, and she
Mm.
always worked for judges, or whatever. And she dated cops, she dated uh lawyers, stuff like that. And
Right.
so I know what it was like being around all of them, how they thought, how they talked, what they talked about, you know, stuff like that. And so I consider myself lucky growing up in all those types of situation, because not only did I get to experience what it was like to grow up street smart, but I also got the academic smarts as well.
Right. I was fortunate. My parents were partiers, but neither one of them ever beat on each other, and neither did their friends. You know, so I got lucky in that aspect.
Right.
Even though, I mean, my parents mostly only partied on the weekends. Now, my dad would stop by the store, on his way home from work and get him a towel, but he'd only have that one beer every day.
Yeah,
But,
and my parents were partiers. They were different than the other ones who were, you know, hooked
hmm
on stuff. I don't want to, say all that, but I
Right.
think people know what I'm talking about, because when you're when you have um cousins, which really were my sister's cousins,
hmm
um but we were all still family, didn't matter. um but you know when you see all those things, you start to realize that bad stuff happens around people like that, because they don't pay attention to their kids and what's happening
Right.
to them and whatever, and it's sad. It really is
Yep.
sad.
Yeah. I mean, like I said, my mother was that way, which is me. Hello.
all
They
right,
grew up, and their dad and we partied on the weekends and stuff. But you did not come to my house to party and have your kids with you.
all right,
Like,
Right.
I mean, obviously my kids were there, but they were usually in bed, or they stayed the night with my mom or something like that. So
right.
I couldn't stand, especially whenever you got people that would come in to get high Like
Mm,
that's what they were doing.
mm,
And you got your kid with you? No, no.
right. Mm-mm.
Why did you have kids if you can't do any better than that? I mean,
Mhm. Yeah, and then you did, I don't know, you had so many different types of people, right? And so there were so many different types of situations you were in. But I was also the little girl that when I was little, um, my mom didn't, she did. It didn't matter what she was doing. She watched me.
right,
She, like, I had to sit there. I wasn't allowed to go outside and get dirty. I had to, so I learned very, very, very early to sit and watch and observe people. And I learned to understand what different types of people were like. Uh,
right,
you know, it was very different
Mm-hmm.
than even, well, let's just say me and my sister next to me grew up a lot way different than the next two
right,
sisters that came along.
right.
Right.
Yeah, I just had it. I'm losing my mind. Like I literally just had the basil in my hand, and now I don't know where the hell I put it.
You have
Oh,
one of those, Tiger?
am I? Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I speak it quite often.
Oh,
Give
I know.
people. I think I've been giving people too many pieces of my mind, though, and now I've lost it.
Mm,
Yeah, who I'm still little. I
there
can't
ain't
deny
nothing wrong
it.
with that.
Right,
They
Pete?
ain't right. There ain't nothing wrong with that because I'm still little myself. I'm a fat ass, but I'm still little.
Yeah,
But you know
I
what?
never got very tall. God built my boat close to the ground. He knew how much I was going to fall in my life. He didn't want me to have to go very far.
Right.
Well, when you get pregnant and you feel your ass spreading,
Right?
Right.
you, you, things are changing.
Oh my
Hmm.
goodness, girl.
Absolutely. I still have stretch marks to prove it.
Me too. I have a whole roadmap on my stomach.
Yeah,
Oh,
I have it on my stomach, on my ass, on my arms, on my boobs.
I love you too.
Today has been very fun. I've enjoyed this.
yeah,
Just
just BSing, y'all.
just sitting around shooting shit.
Mm-hmm.
We've hit a couple of serious topics, but we went in depth, you know.
Right. This reminds me of when we all call each other and we're sitting there in a group talk, and it's like this is the kind of conversation. This is how our conversations go.
Yeah,
Right.
Like,
pretty
And
much.
yes, I did used to double dutch jump rope.
Oh
oh my
yeah.
God, I haven't. I would probably kill myself now if I
Oh
tried to.
my god. Oh, I remember
I
that.
And
couldn't
hula
even do it
hoop.
when
I don't have a waist left anymore to hula hoop with, but what is she
I could
barking at?
I couldn't even double dutch back then. I couldn't hula hoop back then because I didn't have the waist.
Yeah, I tried to hula hoop. I can't get that sucker to stay up for nothing. I'm like, how the hell did I do this when I was a kid?
Right, hoop. Those are our battle scars. Wear them proudly.
That's
Absolutely.
right. That's right.
Damn. Damn. Okay. Look at it that way. No, I'd rather just identify as somebody who doesn't have any. You don't have to worry about it. Never happened. Mm-mm.
Yeah, my bikini days left when that happened.
Lord.
Hmm.
My That reminded me of my aunt so much. I miss her. She's not here anymore. She passed away a long time ago. She was murdered by her
Oh my
boyfriend.
God.
Oh,
Um,
Oh wow.
but she used to sit on the back porch with me, and we used to wait in the evening. We used to wait. She used to wait with me for the ice cream truck to come by,
uh-huh.
and she would sing that
Ice
song. She
cream.
wore her itsy bitsy teeny weeny yellow polka dot
Yellow polka
Yeah.
dot
that
bikini.
she wore for the first time today.
Right.
That's gonna be stuck in my head all night. Lovely. The ice cream truck, when it was safe to send your kids out the door to go see the ice cream man and come back with whatever
Yep.
for whatever change you had, and you didn't have to worry about it.
And let me tell you, kids have good hearing. You can hear that ice cream
Yep,
van from blocks away.
they're out
And you
there
could
at
be running
Mm-hmm.
in the house. Mom, Dad, can I have some money for the ice
right,
cream?
and they're
And
Right.
making
they'd
you
send you out
they're
there with
making
it and
you
say, oh,
panic.
they'd send you out there with the money and tell you to get them this, or whatever. It was so funny.
That's
Oh
funny.
yeah, who I was there. I went through a lot of stuff when I was really little. Um, that was devastating to me. And something that wasn't far off from my mom getting run over by a car either, and it happened to be my dad's brother's wife who did it because he didn't like my dad. She didn't like my dad, and she was mad at him one day when they all went out drinking, and she went to go run. She seriously went to go run over my dad, and what it did was, because he was such a huge guy compared to her, it just bounced him, and she ended up running my mom over, and my mom broke her neck, and it was just a good thing that the fire station was like right across the street from where it happened, and they brought her back to life. And they had to, when she went
Wow.
in there, she was in the hospital for quite a few months.
I bet.
They had to hold her. I remember the doctors were crying because her head would just fall, and they had to use sandbags to hold up her head.
Oh
Oh,
my
wow.
god.
So she's gone now, but she had a lot of lot of neurological problems after that.
I bet.
And there was something else that
Jesus.
happened after that. I might tell you another time or later, but
Mhm.
I'm telling you, some of these things go round and round, and it's like weird. Like some of these friendships and things are like you. Oh, I don't even know how to explain it. It's it's one of those things because like I said, that she was married to my dad's brother, and she was also related in another way to my second sister's father.
Oh
But my
wow.
dad, who we called our dad, was our next two sisters' father because he
Mm-hmm.
was always there. He was always there
Right.
for us.
Damn.
Uh oh. Sounds like
Well,
little bits
Susanna,
trying to
it's
wake up. I'll be right
amazing
back.
that you turned out to be the type of person you did after having gone through all that.
Exactly.
Oh yeah, there was a lot of people trip out when they start hearing all the stuff that I've been through because I know I've said a lot, but they haven't heard nothing yet.
Right.
We all have our lives. We all grew up differently, and that's why some of us. I think that's why some of us, have the thoughts and, of course, the things that we believe or that we've gone through. So it's taught us a whole different perspective on a lot of different things than it does, others, and we can show people that sometimes, um, you know,
Yeah.
especially the generations that are coming up now that have missed a lot and have been taught some really awful things, we could still teach them things.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Remember when TV shows used to teach you something? It
Yeah.
didn't, it didn't, we didn't know some of these people and who they were and what they did back then, but at least the TV shows back then actually taught you something. Now there's a lot of TV shows, there's like no point to what they're even doing.
Yeah, I know. Some of them aren't even entertaining anymore. It's like, well, there's 2 hours of my life I'll never get back.
Well, it's because no matter what you, when we were younger, the shows like our shows would teach us a lesson because we didn't have anywhere else to go see it. So if it wasn't
Right.
on the TV, there was nowhere else to go because we didn't have the internet and the cell phone. So nowadays the kids could watch a nice wholesome show and get up and go get on their cell phone and see the most vulgar, disgusting stuff in 30 seconds on TikTok and
Yeah.
completely ruin anything they just watched that had anything to do with morals or tradition. So it doesn't matter.
Yeah. Y'all, I have been in top chat this entire time. What the hell?
Oh my goodness.
I
Yeah,
just looked up and seen that. I'm like, what the hell? that's why that's why Peach says something to somebody and I'm like, I don't see that. Where'd she get that from?
you know
Jesus.
who you want to hear something about that? I'll answer that question. Um, when I was in the hospital for a month and a half in 2016, um, one of the one of the picks that they put in my arm blew a vein, and they
Oh.
had to. It actually was supposed to be for my dialysis, and they had to put it in my neck,
Oh.
Mm.
because I had another pick that went into my arm on the same side that they had to use, and I felt it when it happened, when they stuck it in there, even though I was barely awake at all. Um, I felt it hit a nerve, and my hand go numb,
Yeah. Oh
and
man.
yeah, and so I had to have, they wanted me to go to therapy, but I actually did it on my own
Mm.
because I journal and stuff. I was devastated because I prided myself on my handwriting. I was one of those people that my aunts, friends would come over, and they're all lawyers and crap, judges, and they would look at my notes and they'd be like, "Is that your handwriting?" And I'd be like, "Yeah, that's my handwriting." And they'd be like, "Did you have like super beautiful handwriting?" And I did. I prided myself on it for like ever. So that was something that I had to get over and overcome, and realize that, hey, this might have happened, and it is hard for me to write with that hand now. I get shaky a lot with it, um especially when you're used to writing that way. You want to and you can't. It kind of makes you shake even more sometimes.
Right.
um but you know I had to look at it in a way that, it wasn't a bad way. It was a good way, because at least I still have my hand. I can still write. And, most of the numbness pretty much went away. And, I just thankful for that. A lot happened during that whole stay. And, um, I had two near death experiences during that time
Mm.
when I first went in, and then the second time, uh, when they were doing the cosmetic surgery on me to close up the wound. um, that they had to open up and take out all the infection, because I had surgeons and nephrology. If you know nephrology, that's for the
For your
kidneys.
kidneys, yeah.
Yeah. So that's when I had dialysis. They would fight over what they were going to do, and they finally decided that I would go into surgery every other day, and then every other day I would do dialysis. And so
Wow.
that's how it worked. But just before I left, when I had cosmetic surgery to close that huge wound, which was 9 by 7 by 5.
Oh,
Think about how
damn.
deep and big that was. I was
Yeah.
basically filleted like a fork,
Right.
and
That's
Oh
I was
crazy.
man. Oh,
the only thing I could think that kind of saved me in a way from thinking about it, or whatever, was that I couldn't see it where it was. I could not see it because it was a rare form of something that happens with certain drugs, certain diabetic drugs, and that's what caused it. Um, anyhow, during one of that last surgery, my lungs was filling up with water, and I know Heathen was talking about that with his brother, and if you're listening or you listen to this, this is why I knew what that was and how dangerous it was, because it happened to me under when I was in surgery, and they had to do whatever it is they do to fix. I had to have lung treatments before I left too. After that,
Right. Did they put a tube in your lung to drain them?
they did when I was asleep. They did all that when I was asleep, and they said that they were lucky. I was lucky that that they were able to do that. Nephrology came to me and said that both of my kidneys had shut down from the infection, and they've never seen somebody come back so fast completely. Both of them came back completely, like nothing had happened.
Well, thank God for that.
right. Amen.
They
Oh,
didn't even want me to come home. They even fought with the surgeons over whether I should come home when I did or not. And I ended up in a they couldn't find a rehab, so I ended up, they were all full. I ended up in a nursing home. It was not the greatest one, I'm telling you. And this is when I was telling you guys that I had to walk with a walk. I had to learn to walk all over again. When the nurse took me walking, it was hard, with all the lung stuff that was going on. I had a hard time breathing. Um, you still think in your head, oh, I can still do that, because she told me, I'm going to take you down the hall to the stairs, and I want to see how you do going up the stairs. I barely put one foot, I barely got one foot up on top of a stair, and I looked at her and I said, I can't do it. I can't move. And she just looked at me and said, I I thought that's what would happen. You will have to learn how to do it all over again. I had to learn how to walk while I was in there all over again. I had to learn how to walk upstairs when I got out, because my bedroom and my house was upstairs.
Yeah,
And when
they
I
won't let you go home until you can do what
right,
your house requires. Yep.
right. And but when I came back, my husband had, when I left that nursing home though, I couldn't leave fast enough with that walker.
I
I didn't
bet.
care if it was a walker or what. I couldn't leave fast enough. And but when I got there, my husband had moved our bed downstairs in the living room, and until I had learned how to walk back up the stairs again.
Right.
And I mean, I am so thankful for everything my uncles helped out with the kids, with food and everything. He would give them stuff and um to eat and whatever.
I hope it was better than your school lunches.
Oh my gosh, my aunt paid for my husband to eat while he was in there with me. There was a
Aw.
there was a point because it was a weekend, I think, when she finally got there. Um, because my uncles were there the whole time, and
Right.
the only thing I remember waking up in ICU just a little bit because I was so out of it, and I remember him, holding my hand, and
Oh.
he was rubbing my hand and telling me it was all gonna be okay. And and then I kind of passed out, and then I don't remember a whole lot until I had feeding tubes, I had catheters, and I had tubes everywhere. It was it was crazy. I had to learn how to, after all that, learning
Patient.
how to do everything all over again, including
Right.
breathing. That was it was hard. I got
Yeah.
so nauseous from the drugs that I had to decide whether I got so sick from the certain drugs that I had to decide at certain times whether that sick being getting sick from that was going to be worse than the nausea that was not going away. And that got so bad that there were times I was like, okay, I'm gonna I know what's coming, but I need that now. And then,
Right.
yeah, the recovery was hard, but I did it. I didn't want to come back at times, but I had so much support there that I had no choice but to come
Right.
back, and I'm thankful for that.
Yeah,
Well, I'm thankful too because you're right here.
Yes.
absolutely.
My goodness.
I'm gonna mute myself because I'm using this immersion blender. So
Uh,
Blend away.
right.
But yeah, some of us have been through an awful lot,
Mhm.
and I've lived. I've lived. There's more to tell about my life. I could write a book.
Right. That you could. That you could. As bad as I hate to end it, I'm gonna go ahead and end it because I'm going live with Tyger after a while, and I want to get me a nap in before time to go live.
It's nap time.
Right.
And it was fun, like talking about all the retro stuff.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I think we could all talk
Absolutely.
about anything at this point. I just think we could all just shoot the poop about whatever.
right.
Right.
Peach, you better not
And
oversleep. Don't make me come get you.
but I enjoyed this, ladies, and we'll do it again Thursday. Same
Yep.
time, same place.
Sounds good.
And I want to thank y'all for coming up, and I want to thank Pat for being here. And
Yep.
y'all make sure to come over and support Tiger tonight, please.
I will. I'll be there.
Yay.
And
I,
thank you, everyone. Thank you, Peach and
yes,
Stars and
ma'am.
Tiger.
Yes,
Yeah.
ma'am.
You know we love talking to you, so
I love the chat.
Absolutely.
Thank the chat because we feed off the chat and all the things that you guys say, and I think it's great.
yeah, otherwise we'd just be up here. God only knows what we'd be saying.
Right.
Right.
There you Yeah, Tiger, the Cannon Queen, is late.
Woot woot.
All right, guys, we'll see y'all tonight, 8 Eastern, 7 Central.
Oh, no, 5. That's why I
Oh,
said it better
yeah,
be a quick nap.
shoot.
5
Yeah,
Central, 6
5
Eastern.
Central. Yeah, I don't know
Y'all,
what
she
I'm
gonna have
thinking.
you be way late. I'm gonna be up there all by myself because she's gonna be sleeping.
But I love you guys, and we'll see y'all tonight.
Yep, y'all have a good afternoon. See you later.
Love you all.
Bye, everyone.